breath in for me, like deep breath. Like big breath in, like deep breath. Deep breath in.
How is it when you take deep breath? Better.
I just want to see the diaphragm move. Helping you know what to do. Deep breath in. Can you take a big breath? Like a big full breath? Okay, alright. Are you breathing in? Okay, sorry. Not moving that much yet. It's interesting. On CT scan, the fluid doesn't look this thick, but on ultrasound, it looks very thick.
Is that bad?
No, it's just, yeah, it's, well, I mean, it's, we don't like it to be thick. You know, it's thick, it means it's harder to drain.
They're looking at the ultrasound, that's why.
Okay.
The
Get
specialist.
your back towards me, so I can use a little bit. And sit sideways, that'd be great. Thank you. A bunch of band-aids on. You should take these guys off.
That one, please.
See, looking at the fluid. See, looking at the fluid. Can you tell it's a boy or girl?
Happy to say neither of us.
Her lungs, I guess. Nothing moving. Yes, you can see better.
Okay, so this spot, I mean, there's definitely some pockets I can drain. Okay. So
Is that white stuff the liquid?
No, the black is the liquid. So
Oh, okay.
I'll show you what we got here. I'll wipe this gel off you here. Which one?
There's a lot of liquid.
Well, there's a lot of liquid, but it's all in like little pouches.
Oh,
Yeah. So That's why today they couldn't get the whole lot out when they did the drainage.
Oh,
So after you put that thing inside, you're going to break down all those fluid in, or
Yeah, that's the idea. I'll have to get some new band-aids here to put on the after. So let me show you kind of, sorry about that. Okay. It's in my back again. Okay, you'll be good. So we look at this ultrasound.
Nice one. Flowers.
Have it. So this is the left side. And this is her diaphragm. This is her spleen. And the black is fluid. And so pretty much we could put a little needle and a catheter in there for the tube in drink fluid. And then we also put in stuff kind of like almost like I don't want to say Drano, but kind of something designed to break up the fluid. So
the clog.
so, yeah, kind of declog. You know, basically lots of little poop. There's like a little pouches, like a bubble wrap. You think about bubble wrap, but instead of air in it, let's say I had water in it. If I try to, let's say I have a big thing of bubble wrap, and it's all little pockets.
yeah.
I put a needle in one piece, all I get is the water that's in just the one thing.
Pocket.
But if I put in something inside there that breaks up all the walls of the bubble wrap,
Yeah.
then I can drain
All one time.
right? Well, it's going to be over a period of days.
Yeah.
Oh.
But you get the idea. So this is what's on the left side, and then if we look at the right side, let me review here. So there's some fluid. The right side's actually a little less complicated. This one's, the left side's got more thick stuff in it. So let me just scroll these for you. So that's the, so one is the right side. So that's the right side. So black is fluid, that's the diaphragm, that's her liver. So diaphragm, liver, lung, it's kind of squished down, fluid. So both of these sides, you know, are pretty safe to get to drain.
Oh.
I know you're scared, Raena, but that's the only way you can get better.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know she's worried. I understand that. I mean, it definitely. I don't.
You have to let us know, yeah, so we can come inside and then be here for.
Huh? Get her? Yeah.
No, not in the room with her, like waiting for.
Yeah, you're doing just fine. I know this is scary, but you've been through the worst part of it. Now you're at least you're not actively infected now. All we're trying to do now is to clean up the fluid so your breathing's better, so you don't have any long-term breathing problems. Okay. All right.
So you can't get picking up the fluid.
Yeah. So exactly. That's why I'm here. Is that they asked me to come by and take a look at her for that. Yeah. So we can definitely drain the fluid, and we can definitely. There's two ways of doing it. Like I was telling your son. One way is to go in and do surgery where they make in the operating room. They make a couple incisions, put some cameras in, break it all up, and suck it out. Okay, that's one way. That's a good way to do it. Dr. Ghani, our thoracic surgeon, looked at her scan and felt like, you know, why put this young lady through an operative surgical procedure
When you can't do it that way.
with a small tube?
Yeah.
So we can probably get away with using a tube that's kind of like a little bit bigger than a big spaghetti noodle.
Oh.
So not a big tube. We're talking something smaller than a drinking straw.
Yeah.
Maybe half the size of a drinking straw. You put that guy in there between the ribs.
Like the IV tube. But it's too big.
It's going to be a little bit. It's right about that size. Maybe a little small.
Oh, yeah.
So pretty small. And that those tubes are nice because they're really flexible and soft. They don't hurt very much.
Oh.
Pretty easy to put in. Old school. You know how we would have done this 10 years ago? I would have made an incision, put my finger in between your ribs, and kind of pried everything open and put a big tube in.
Oh,
So the good news is now we're with ultrasound and with needles and wires, we're getting a lot smarter about it.
Yeah.
So we tend to do things a little less aggressively. Like my mom had a chest tube for the same problem back in the 1970s. You know, they broke off one of them, putting it in.
Oh.
Well, what I'm doing isn't like that. It's way more subtle. Okay, it's way more gentle, way more precise. Okay, so So good news is you're not on oxygen. You're not having a fever right now. You're not in shock. You know, you're getting better, right?
We just had that extra fluid.
We just want to get you the rest of the way. Get you out of here and you'll stay home, right? Okay. So if we do this, pretty safe. Anytime we do something to someone, there's always small risks. If you're making an incision in the skin, they could get infected, right? If you put a needle between the ribs, there's blood vessels that run under the ribs. Sometimes there can be bleeding. Unlikely because we go on top of the rib, the blood vessels are underneath the rib. There's always a small chance that the needle might go somewhere we don't want it. like in the liver, the diaphragm, something like that. But that's why I use the ultrasound, is to know exactly where I'm going.
Exactly. Oh.
Okay. Of course, it's going to be uncomfortable. You shouldn't have chronic pain after it, but I've never had patients with chronic pain afterwards, but I guess it's possible. But your options are really do nothing. If we don't do anything, there's a pretty good chance that this fluid will scar down, and then you're going to have problems with your breathing long term. So as you go through your life, you're going to be like not able to breathe as well as you could before. Doing nothing isn't a very good choice. Going to the operating room is an okay choice, where you go to the surgery, but then you're talking about general anesthesia, a couple incisions, and a little more aggressive approach. Third option is the one I talked about, putting in small tubes, putting in medicines to break them up and get the fluid out. That's probably the least aggressive and very likely to be successful. So 80-90% of the time that's going to work. Okay? It's very unlikely that I would hurt you with this procedure. Okay? Alright?
Who the ones
Him.
I would do it, yeah. It can be me or the radiologist, either one. They're not here right now, so but I could do it tonight. Maybe we start off with one side, or if you're really stressed about this and don't want this done tonight, I mean, I can ask the radiologist to do it tomorrow. I would recommend we do both sides, just kind of clean it up.
I know you're scared about this. The only way for you get better.
Usually when I do this, I just do it right in the patient's room. You don't have to go anywhere, no operating room, nothing. When you set it in here, give you a little bit of medicine to take anxiety off. Feel something for pain. And as long as you can lay still for 15 minutes, 10-15 minutes, it's not hard. You know? But I get you're scared. I definitely understand that. Okay? Let me just listen to you once, okay? I'm going to go get a couple band-aids just because I pulled the band-aids off and I don't want you to bruise all over the place. I'll just be right back, okay?
Raena, you don't do nothing, then you have time breathing for the rest of your life.
You want to do it tomorrow? You got a 20...
What? You gotta do two sides.